When I walked into the ballroom at the Regency, my stomach churned at the prospect of having to talk to people and answer questions about why I didn't bring a date. I was utterly sick of making excuses. I let them think what they wanted, which is where they came up with the idea that I was a player who hopped from bed to bed and never slept with the same woman twice. Another myth. I waved when one of my teammates called my name, then gestured that I was going to the bar. I wonder how long I had to stay before I could bail and go home. I shouldn't have come. It hadn't improved my mood any. Standing at the bar, waiting to order my Jack and Coke, I felt a hand on my bicep. I turned to find my reporter friend, Stephanie, from Boston.
"Hey, stranger. I wondered when you were going to get here."
Stephanie and I had become friends after I stopped avoiding her. Now that I was here in Chicago, she happened to be working here too. Coincidence? Probably not. I wasn't stupid. I knew what Steph wanted, and I still wasn't ready to let Aidan go yet. No one, not one single person knew about him, and that felt wrong. It made me feel like if I moved on, there would be nothing left to show that we ever existed. The only thing I could offer her was friendship. "Hey, gorgeous, I didn't know you'd be here." Stephanie was a kind, beautiful woman with long dark hair and olive skin. She would make someone a great girlfriend one day. Just not me.
PR invited those of us who covered the team all season. Are you ready for the off-season break?
She looked up at me as she sipped from her glass of wine. "Yeah, I'm ready. It was a long one. Glad we ended up with a winning record, though." Stephanie shook her head and waited for me to take a swallow of my drink.
"I'm sitting over at table number 12. Want to sit with me, Monroe?"
I wanted to go home, but if I had to stay, at least I wouldn't be alone. Sure, lead the way. Steph and I talked for a long time between dinner and the speeches. The longer we talked, the more I drank. Somewhere along the way, I'd brought up Aidan, but didn't tell her his name or that he was a guy. Just my college sweetheart, and the broken heart thing that still consumed me. By the time the dinner was over, I was feeling no pain. I wasn't sloppy drunk, but I was intoxicated enough that she felt the need to help me get home. The last thing I needed was for the press to catch me like this, and she knew it. When I drank, my defenses were lowered and my control over my mouth faded. The heartbreak would ooze out of me. At some point, I might even start crying, and no one needed to see that. She'd want to comfort me.
"Marcus, I'm going to stay a while in case you get sick. You've had a little too much to drink. I want to make sure you're okay."
I nodded my head and groaned when I face-planted on the bed. The remaining alcohol in my stomach sloshed around, causing a wave of nausea to roll over me. This would never have happened if Aidan were here.